After a great win, I'm not all that good, and after a bad loss, I'm not all that bad.
The sun hung high over Miami Open, casting its golden glow across a stadium that had, just hours earlier, been buzzing with anticipation, noise, and an undeniable sense of something special unfolding. Fans packed the stands, cameras flashed relentlessly, and the atmosphere carried that rare intensity you only feel when a rising star is about to take center stage. ND at the heart of it all, a name that,
Yeah, she was a guest speaker, and I guess the celebrity guest. I think every year the Academy tries to invite a public figure to inspire the kids, and that was super inspiring. I thought I was super lucky to have her in during my graduation, and she just came off, I think, a slam win also, Roland Garros, if I remember correctly. But I remember that I walked up and then she was like, "Oh, I know you, I've seen you." I was like, "Yes, she knows me." Yeah, and then she even did the whole ceremony with the class, like she tossed the hat, and I felt so lucky because I was like beside her. And no, yeah, it's super surreal to think that the circumstances have changed. I'm facing her on court, and I'm just so blessed to have that opportunity. Yeah.
till recently, many casual fans barely knew. But now everyone was talking about Alex Eala. Alex Eala didn't arrive in Miami as a household name in global tennis circles. She wasn't seated among the elite, nor was she expected, at least by traditional analysts, to dominate headlines. But something changed. Match by match, Eala began to capture attention. Not just because of her wins, but how she played. There was fearlessness in her strokes, precision in her shot selection, and most importantly, a calm composure that made her look like she belonged among the very best. Fans noticed. Social media exploded. Suddenly, the conversation shifted from "who is Alex Eala?" Asterisk to asterisk, how far can she go? And that's when the phenomenon began. Oh, you could feel it in the stage.
T.I. explained himself. They only responding because, hit dogs holler. Now, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. T.I., T.I.'s son, they supposed to think that that's beauty, but I think deep down inside, T.I., he know what it is.
Stadium. Every time Eala stepped onto the court, the energy shifted. It wasn't just support, it was belief. Fans leaned forward in their seats. Phones were raised, ready to capture history. Chants echoed louder with each passing round. His wasn't just another player advancing in a tournament. His was a moment, and moments like these are rare in tennis. By the time she reached the later stages of the tournament, something remarkable had happened. Attendance surged. Crowds filled in earlier than usual. Viewership spiked. ANS, who had never followed tennis closely, were now tuning in just to watch Eala. Hats what insiders began calling.
You put out 2 records now.
Nah, it's been 3.
3 records.
It's been 3. It's been 3. Well, maybe 4.
4 records.
Yeah, simply because I make music. I don't make memes. So every time I don't have a meme to post. I'm not doing that. And I'm not trying to make a bop. I ain't trying to, because I got one out there already. Kick rock, let her know. My foot up on the gas. The most responsible, mature thing that I know how to do is get my ass behind that mic and talk my on a record. That keep me from looking in my phone, yelling, looking like King, talking crazy.
Say something about my mama, your mama.
I raise my children to be men of respect, logical, reasonable, and not to be emotional. And when I see King, how he moving, it's emotional.
T wasn't just about performance. It was about connection. Eala brought something fresh to the sport, a new audience, a new energy, and a new narrative. She represented not just herself, but a wave of fans from regions that had long been underrepresented in elite tennis, and they showed up. But then came the match. The one that would define not just her run, but the atmosphere of the entire tournament. Eala faced a tough opponent. The stakes were high. The pressure was immense. Every rally felt like it carried the weight of expectation, not just from the crowd, but from millions watching around the world. She fought, she pushed, she delivered moments of brilliance that had the crowd roaring, but in the end, it wasn't enough. Alex Eala was eliminated, and then something almost unbelievable happened. The very next day, the stands were noticeably different. Empty seats, sections that had once been filled with cheering fans now sat quiet. The buzz?
I've arrived at Indian Wells, so please come and show your support. Hello mga kababayan, manood kayo sa akin dito sa Indian Wells. Kita-kita tayo dito. Bye!
Gone. The intensity? Faded.it wasn't completely empty, of course, but the difference was impossible to ignore. The same venue that had felt alive just hours before now felt ordinary. This wasn't just about one player losing a match. This was about what her presence meant. Eala had become more than just a competitor. She had become a reason for fans to show up, to stay engaged, to care. And when she exited, so did a large part of that energy. For the WTA, this moment raised important questions. Tennis has long relied on established stars to carry tournaments. Names that guarantee viewership. Players who bring consistent attention. What Eala proved is something different. New stars can ignite the sport in unexpected ways, and perhaps more importantly, Eala's rise didn't just attract traditional tennis fans. It brought in a new audience, younger viewers. Ans from Asia. People who saw themselves represented on a global stage, and that matters. Because sports don't grow by staying the same. They grow by evolving. One of the most powerful aspects of the Eala Effect wasn't just her skill, it was her relatability. She wasn't seen as untouchable, fighting, learning, growing, and that created a bond with fans that went beyond wins and losses. And she played, it felt personal. When she lost, it felt emotional. When she left, it left a void. In sports, visuals matter, and nothing tells a story more clearly than...
Is she the biggest draw in women's tennis right now?
Yes.
Is she bigger than Sabalenka? Is she bigger than Coco?
Dude, it's crazy. She's having the same effect that Fonseca was having, like, on the men's side last year in Miami.
It's like Fonseca, but I think it's bigger than Fonseca.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Like, the Doha, like, crowds were insane for her last week.
If she wins a slam, it would be like one of the biggest things in the world.
Yeah.
Correct.
She's definitely one to watch, obviously because she's so good, but just for the atmosphere. You want to tune into her matches just to see what it's like on the court.
There's got to be like a little jealousy maybe from some of the women, that girls coming in, she's not top 10, biggest star in the world. All right, don't engage with me.
A stadium. Your seats represent excitement. Proprietary seats represent disengagement. And in Miami, the contrast was stark. It wasn't just noticeable, it was symbolic. Reminder of how much one player had changed the entire dynamic of the tournament. Online, the reaction was immediate. Fans posted side-by-side images, packed stands during Eala's matches, sparse crowds after her exit. Comments flooded in. Where did everyone? The energy is completely gone. This proves how big Eala has become. Even questioned whether the tournament had underestimated her impact. Because moments like this don't come often. A player rising unexpectedly, capturing global attention, and shifting the entire atmosphere of a major event. Is the kind of opportunity that organizations need to recognize and capitalize on. Here are clear takeaways from what happened in. Rising star is about to take center stage. Nd at the heart of it all, a name that, until recently, many casual fans barely knew. But now everyone was talking about Alex Eala. Alex Eala didn't arrive in Miami as a household name in global tennis circles. She wasn't seated among the elite, nor was she expected, at least by traditional analysts, to dominate headlines. But something changed. Match by match, Eala began to capture attention. Not just because of her wins, but how she played. There was fearlessness in her strokes, precision in her shot selection, and most importantly, a calm composure that made her look like she belonged among the very best. Fans noticed